Go.
Okay, now we're going to progress into our progression of hitting from the tees, which we just worked on. A pitcher trying to get us out from location side to side to up and down. And then some of the side toss that we did from the last videos. And then now we move into what's called front toss. Obviously from a front toss standpoint, you need a screen at some level. So if you're in cages or can get to cages, and I'm basically just going to do front toss underhand. And I'm going to have a few drills that I'm going to do with this. So now, hopefully what we got from the tee, we're going to have that come to here. And what was the other way that a pitcher's trying to get me out is one location, and the other is rhythm and timing. So that's where I want my guys to get in good rhythm here. So I'm going to throw them some. Right now the same speed, so we just call this same speed BP, just so Dawson and Zion, whatever hitter it is, we can get going and getting loose. And then from there we're going to mix it up into where I'm changing some speeds. I'm going to throw one firm, and then I'm going to throw one softer or slower, okay? One fast and one a little slower. So I'm going to do that progression with them. And at the same time, what did we work on the tees? We worked on in, out, and we worked on up and down, right? So I want to go up and in, and then the next one I might go soft and away or slow and away. All right, so there's the different things now I can hopefully take as a feeder. I would encourage you guys as coaches and even the players, you got to be a good feed guy. You got to bless your teammate and be a guy that can really give good BP. Feed them in there. So it is an art. You're gonna have to learn how to do that. But as coaches, when your kids start getting older, make sure they're protected behind here, wearing a helmet and the whole thing. But try to teach your guys how to do good soft toss. If they don't do good soft toss, then sometimes it's gonna be hard to translate that to the hitter. So let's get going on this. Right now I am going same speed BP. They stopped right there. I paused on purpose. Look at his position of power, right? Hands back, weight back, shoulders level. Nice job, Dawson. And I'm gonna go ahead and throw to him from there and let him hit. So once in a while with your hitters, go ahead and we call it deke, or don't throw, and see where they're at. If they're falling all over the place, the balance is not good, and they're not in position of power. That'll always be the base foundation. How is your position of power? Are your hands back? Are your weight back? Are your shoulders level? So that's key. Okay, drill number 2. Now we go into a rhythm and timing drill where I'm going to go one fast and one slow. I'm not trying to fool them. I'm actually going to tell them, hey Dawson, first one's fast, second one's slow, and that's it. Fast. So I sped it up a little bit for him. And slower. Okay, and he rolled off a little bit, right? He's a good hitter. Okay, fast. Okay. And slow. Okay. 2 more. We call it fast or firm. Good. And slow. Good. Okay. Real important there on that part is that we want to go firm soft. As you know, most of the time just the same rhythm pitching. Dawson's here, hammer, 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 and your hitters will do that. However, once you do, even an advanced hitter, that you say, hey, one soft, one slow, and then right away he kind of rolled over that one pitch, didn't he? But does anybody know the name Jamie Moyer? Some of you do. Some of your dads might. A pitcher for the Mariners that threw till he was almost 50 years old and threw like 77 miles an hour. And everybody knows changeup's coming, but it's still really hard for hitters to sit back. So that's why that drill, I believe, is real important. I don't want to sit here and just give Dawson BP, same speed BP all the time. There's a time for that. There is a time that he wants to feel good and get a groove, but there is a section of your batting practice that should be, hey, we're mixing up speeds. Once again, you better learn how to hit, get good barrel, be on time is our slogan. Get good barrel, be on time. And that has to happen because some of the best pitchers are ones that change speed. In the big leagues right now, there's lots of guys that throw 95 and some 100. It says we're at an all-time high of the hardest throwers in the big leagues. But those guys still get hit. Good hitters adjust the fastball. What's the difficult pitcher is the one that changes speeds over. Now when you throw 99 and you throw slower and your slider's 87 and it's all good, now those guys are no-hit type of guys, right? No hitters, one hitter, shutout guys. Your Clayton Kershaws of the world that can be really, really tough. So that's real important to do. We have another drill here where it's a 2-seam and a 4-seam. I'm going to throw BP, and when it's 2-seam, with the seams, 4-seam, cross the seams. Well, I'm gonna throw Dawson BP, and I'm gonna go 2-seam, and I'm gonna go 4-seam at them. All right, so I'm gonna have Dawson even catch it, and you can see Dawson catch this. There's the 2-seam that spins that way, and with the 4 seams across, it spins a little faster. It's 4-seam. Maybe a little bit of an advanced drill, but still something fun to do. The kids have pretty good eyes, and I'm gonna hide the ball from Dawson, and here's what it looks like. If Coach can zoom in on me when I'm doing this. And Dawson's gonna tell me if I threw a 2-seam or 4-seam. Here we go. 2 or 4, Doss? 2-seam is correct. He's locked in. 2 or 4? 4. Okay, good. The 2-seam, 4-seam drill, it really locks the hitter in. If you see Dawson's eyes, if you could really lock in and we could slow-mo him, I do see the eyes get a little bit bigger, and he's really starting to see and really having to concentrate on 2-seam, 4-seam. If a hitter doesn't see that, one, we may want to look at their eyes, or 2, are they really watching spin of the baseball and seeing it? It's just one more drill we have to be able to put in and lock in. So anyway, it's a 2-seam, 4-seam.